constructors, sorry, operators concept. So yeah, we are having mainly four types of operators are there, like increment and decrement operators, arithmetical operators, relational operators, and logical operators. Remaining all operators are okay, but increment and decrement operators, those are little bit tricky. Why? Because pre-increment, post-increment, pre-decrement, post-decrement actually makes a huge impact on your output. Kindly please try to concentrate more on these pre and post concepts, right? So yeah, these are all the topics which are covered in our last 2 days of our session. Now, from today onwards, we are going to discuss about static keyword. In Java, yes, nearly we are having above 50 Java language keywords are there. In all these 50 Java language keywords, my personal favorite is static. Believe me. First, static. After that, private. Private is an access modifier. It is also a keyword. It's also a keyword. My personal favorite. Static, private, and this keyword also will be coming in my second place. This, THIS, this. It is also a keyword. We'll discuss about these later, but as of now, from today onwards, we are going to discuss about static. Now, why? Why static is my personal favorite? Why? Because static keyword is mainly used for memory management. And believe me when I'm saying this, managing the memory is little bit important in our projects. Okay. So one more time I'm saying this. Static keyword is mainly used for memory management. We can use static keyword in three ways. A variable can be declared as a static. I repeat, variable can be declared as a static variable. Method can be declared as static method. And a block can be declared as static block. So we can use static keyword in three ways: variable, method, block. We already started discussing about static variable. We already know that when we discussed about variables concept, there are three types of variables are there: instance, static, local. On that only we covered maximum concepts related to static variable, but there are 2 to 3 points more we need to cover. So today we'll be trying to cover those, right? So right now I want you to write some points related to static variable. After that, one program. Some points related to static method, one program. Some points related to static block and a program. That's it. That is our today's scenario. Monday, completely programs related to static. You will be getting more clarity on static keyword if you are attending Monday's session. Okay. So if you are not attending Monday's session, no, it's not recommended. I strongly advise, today, I already told this, Saturday and Monday's class, both are interconnected. Okay. So kindly please don't miss Monday's session also. All right. Please keep your siding as understanding static keyword. Please keep your side heading as understanding static keyword. Note on the point. Please note on the point. Static keyword in Java, static keyword in Java is mainly used for static keyword in Java is mainly used for memory management. Static keyword in Java is mainly used for memory management. Next point. Please keep this point in star. It is mainly used to it is mainly used to define define common properties of a class. Did you remember this statement? Static keyword is mainly used to define common properties of a class. Wait, common properties of a class. Now tell me, did you remember this statement? When I told this statement, when I told this statement, yeah, when I told this particular statement, no, constructors. When we discussed about constructors last day, how many days we discussed constructors? 3 days. Last day, I gave you a program, right? Do you remember that? In that program, when I'm giving you the company name as static variable, on the day, on the time, I told you common properties of a class, we need to take it as a static variable. I told you. Do you remember that? Exactly the same point. Please read the point one more time. It is it is mainly used to define common properties of a class. Remember that. Kindly please do remember that. Okay. Now we can use static keyword continuation. Next point. We can use static keyword in 3 ways. We can use static keyword in 3 ways. Write like this. Static variable, static method, static block. Static variable, static method, static block. Now, please keep your heading as static variable. Please keep your setting as static variable. We already know these points, but one more time. Please write it one more time. Nothing is going to happen. Static variable. First point. A variable which is declared, a variable which is declared inside a class, a variable which is declared inside a class outside any method, outside any method or a block or a constructor or a constructor with the help of static keyword, with the help of static keyword is known as static variable, is known as static variable. Next point. We can access, we can access a static variable in, you know this. How many ways, guys? Absolutely. We can access a static variable in 3 ways. First one, by using identifier name, by using identifier name. Second one, by using class object, by using class object. Third one, important, recommended. What is that? By using class name. Please keep that in star. By using class name. Next point. For static variables, for static variables, JVM will, for static variables, JVM will automatically initialize them with their, for static variables, JVM will automatically initialize them with their default values of the data types. For static variables, JVM will automatically initialize them with their default values of the data types. Next point, please keep this point in star. For final static variables, for final static variables, JVM will not initialize. For final static variables, JVM will not initialize them with their default values. With their default values, comma, it is the responsibility of the it is the responsibility of the programmer. Okay, it is the responsibility of the programmer to initialize them. It is the responsibility of the programmer to initialize them. Dot. Next point. There will be only there will be only one copy of static variable. There will be only one copy of static variable available throughout the program. Yeah, we know this point also. There will be only one copy of static variable available throughout the program. Next point, point number 6. Please keep this in star. Static variables are not constants. Static variables are not constants, comma. We can change the value of a we can change the value of a static variable. We can change the value of a static variable inside the braces. Once we have changed the value of a static variable, once we have changed the value of a static variable, the updated value will be reflected to the entire program. The updated value will be reflected to the entire program. Next point. Static variables will be initialized. Static variables will be initialized at the time of class loading. At the time of class loading by the what? Absolutely. By the class loader. And last point, a static variable can never be a static variable can never be a local variable. Please take your minute time and read all these 8 points slowly. I mean, we already know most of these points. Point number 4, up to now, we don't know that. Point number 4, we don't know that. Point number 6 also. You know, most of the time people will be thinking that static variables are constants. No, absolutely not. We will be able to modify the value of a static variable. We can change the value of a static variable. Once we updated the value of a static variable, the updated value will be reflected to the entire program. Okay. Please read these 8 points for me. Just take a minute time and read. All right. Done? Please respond. Okay. I'm going to give a small program, just a very, very small program. Kindly please observe this. Okay. Int x equal to, no, int x, int y. And I'm going to make this as static. Let me just try to take a, what is this? Which constructor? Absolutely. Default constructor. Uh, okay. Instance variable x plus x system dot out dot println static variable static variable y plus y. Just I'm writing like this. Okay. Now main method, inside my main method, new class A. Write the program and guess the output. Write the program and please guess the output. Is it? Please show me the output. Show me the output. Please, please come. Please come. If completed, please show me the output. Please. Check it one more time. Giving wrong output is also okay. But if you are not giving any output, that is not correct. And please, if completed, show me the output. Don't think what others will think. No, check it one more time. Please check it one more time. Come on, Talli. Check it one more time. 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 Check. Good job. Impressed. Nice. Check it one more time. Come on, others. That's it. Please, please come. Check it one more time. All right. Time's up, guys. Online students, I got your outputs. I got your outputs. I got your outputs. Let me show you the output. Guys, let me ask you a question. Eyes on the board. Yeah, stop discussing. Listen, listen. We know that every Java program execution starts from stick to the basics, follow the basics. Coming to the main method. Inside the main method in line number 17, we are creating an object. So from line number 17, directly we'll be going to line number 8. Yes or no? Line number 8. Okay. In line number 8, here, x plus plus. What is the value of x? Here, at line number 5, what is the value for x? I'm sorry? 0. 0. Sir, we did not initialize. Yeah, we did not initialize. You know what is this? This is INSTNC, instance variable. This is static variable. Just static variable. This is instance variable. And you know that for instance variables and static variables, JVM will automatically assign them with their default values. You already know that. Now, what is the value of this x? 0. Now, here x plus plus means 0 will be incremented to 1. Keep that aside. Now, y. All right, what is the value of y? 0. Now y plus plus means y value will be incremented to 1. Okay. System.out.println instance variable x. What is the value for x? 1. 1 will be printed. System.out.println static variable y. What is the value for y? 1. 1 will be printed. After that, just a small differentiation line just for us to understand. Okay. So up to now, x value 1, y value 1. Done. Coming to line number 19. Again, we are creating an object, right? So from here, again, we should be going to here, x value. What is x value? 0. Again, it is 0 only. Sir, but previously x value got incremented to 1. Yeah, that 1 belongs to the First object, instance variable. For every instance, a separate copy of instance variable will be getting created. How many objects you are creating, those many copies of instance variable will be getting created. You already know this. You already know this. Okay, so this previously x value is 1, that belongs to the first object. Right now, this is actually, tell me, second object. Second time, whenever we are coming for the second time, again x value is 0 only. Now, again, we are trying to increment it to 1. All right. Now, coming to y. What is y value? 1. Sir, why y value is 1? Because it is a static variable. I told you when you're speaking about static variable, there will be only, tell me, there will be only one copy of static variable available throughout the program. There is only one copy. So already its value is 1. Right now we are incrementing it to, tell me, 2. So instance variable x, what is the value of x? 1 will be printed. Static variable y, what is the value of y? 2 will be printed. And a line coming back for the third time. This is actually third object. Okay, now tell me, what is the value of x? Come on. 0. Absolutely. 0. And x plus plus means 1. What is the value for y? 2. Now it will be incremented to 3. I believe it's clear, guys. And then instance variable x. What is the value? 1 will be printed. And static variable. What is the value? 3 will be printed. And so our output for this particular program is right click run as Java application. We should be getting our output like this. Instance variable 1, static variable 1. Instance variable 1, static variable 2. Instance variable 1, static variable 3. I believe it's clear, guys, for everyone. Online students, please respond to the chat for me. Please respond in the chat. See, not only knowing the concepts, you need to implement the concepts at the correct time. In this, in order to give the output for this program, I repeat, in order to give the output for this program, you are supposed to have a proper idea about variables concept. You are supposed to have a proper idea about constructors. You are supposed to have a proper idea about static keyword also. Otherwise, you will not be able to know this. That is what happened. You are giving the wrong output. I believe it's clear, guys, for everyone. Tell me, revise, revise. Okay, okay, all right. Now, online students, please respond. Is it clear? I guess it's clear, guys, for everyone. Okay. Now, please keep your side heading as static method. Please keep your side heading as static method. Note down a small point for me. A method which is declared as static, a method which is declared as static with static keyword, with static keyword is known as, is known as static method. Okay, is known as static method. Next point, we can access a static method in, we can access a static method in, you know the answer, in how many ways? Come on, 3 ways. Yes. No, no, just like static variable, we can access a static method also in 3 ways. Tell me what are those. First one, identifier name. Second one, class object. Third one, what is recommended? Please note it down. Please highlight the recommended approach. Highlight the recommended approach. What is the recommended approach? Please highlight that. Please highlight that. Okay. Now, let me remove this. Okay. Int x equal to 10. Static static into y. Static into y equal to 20. Okay. Now I'm going to have a normal method void method one, and I'm going to have a static method void method two, just like this. And yeah, I'm going to make this as static. Now system.out.println, simply I'm going to write method one called method one called and syso instance instance variable instance variable. Okay, instance variable plus, and here also I'm going to write this is static variable. Okay, let me just try to take one more. This is method 2, and you know what, I'm going to keep these lines in comment. Okay. Now, this is a normal method. This is static method. Inside a normal method, I'm going to write a x and y. Here also, I'm going to write x and y. Okay. Let me go to my main method. Now, inside my main method, I'll be creating an object, new class A. We just had our reference equal to AOBJ belongs to class A, and simply here AOBJ dot method 1 and AOBJ dot method 2. Okay, okay, okay. Now coming to here, you know this is which variable? I need answers from everyone. Instance variable. This is which variable? Static variable. Respond. Respond. Yesterday you came? Yesterday. Amma? Why? Please make sure to come to offline. Okay. All right. Now, one more time. One more time. This is which variable? This is which variable? Static variable. Now, my question is, can I access an instance variable? You know, this is actually known as, we can call this as instance variable or global variable or non-static variable. I already told this. Do you remember that? Now my question is, can we access a non-static variable or an instance variable and static variable both inside a normal method? You know, this is actually known as, some people will be addressing this as normal method, NORMAL, normal method, or INSTNC, instance method, or concrete, CRET, concrete method, or non-static method. A lot of developers, different terminologies, all are same. Now my question is, can I access an instance variable and static variable both inside a normal method? Yes or no? If I remove this line from the comment, am I going to get any error? Let me just try to remove this. And of course, as of now, let me execute this. Right click, run as Java application. Absolutely not. I'll not be having any error. Happily, I'm able to access my instance variable and static variable. You know this. You need to respond, guys. Okay. Now I'll do one thing. Just okay. Now my question is, can I access can I access a static variable inside a static method? Static variable inside a static method. Yes or no? Let me remove this. And am I getting any error? Absolutely not. Now the question is, Can I access a non-static variable? I repeat, can I access a non-static variable inside a static area? Yes or no? Let me just try to remove this. Am I getting an error? Most of the time, most of the time, people will think that we cannot access a non-static variable inside a static area. But as a matter of fact, we can make that happen. We can access. Yeah, you heard me. We can access. Sir, but here we are getting an error. All right. Tell me one thing. In how many ways we can access an instance variable? Come on. What are those? Identifier name and class object. Clearly, whenever we are using identifier name here, we are getting an error. Let's try to check with the second way. Please tell me the second way. You tell me the code, I'll write the code. Second way. New class A dot X. Now tell me, am I able to access my non-static variable inside a static area? Right click, just let me try to keep this in comment. And now, okay, right click, run as Java application. Please tell me, am I able to access? But sir, if we are using identifier name, why we are getting an error? Okay, we can access with the help of class object, but whenever we're using identifier name, why we are getting an error? Because of this keyword. We'll discuss that in our coming classes. Wait for it. Which keyword? This keyword. Because of this keyword, we are getting an error if we are trying to access. I repeat, if we are trying to access a non-static variable inside a static area directly with the help of identifier name. No, you will be getting an error. Can we access? Yes, we can access. How we need to access? With the help of its respect to class object. Is that clear? All right. Now tell me, in how many ways we can access a static method? Static method. Tell me first way. Identifier name, METH, identifier name. After that, tell me class object. After that, tell me the code. I'll write the code. Class A dot method 2. This is just let me try to write like this. This is by using IDNTI identifier name. This is by using just a sec by using class object, and finally this is by using class name, which is highly recommended. Okay, guys, eyes on the board. Eyes on the board. From this moment onwards, wherever, whenever you are seeing a code like this, means basically what is happening here? Tell me. You need to tell me what is happening here. Calling a method. How we are calling a method? Am I creating any object? You know that if we want to create an object, we need to use which keyword? I'm not creating any object. How I am accessing? How I am accessing this method? With the help of, whenever you are seeing any code related to like this, you need to recognize that that method is a static method. For example, I already wrote this code previously. When I discussed about finalize method, I already wrote this code. Tell me, GC method is a static method or non-static method? Come on. How do you know it is a static method? How do you know? How do you know it is a static method? Sir, we are calling directly with the help of its respective. Tell me. Only static methods can be called with the help of class name. Blindly close your eyes and tell me. Okay. So remember, if you are seeing anything like this, any code like this, remember this particular method is a static method. Online students, I want you to kindly please respond to me in the chat. Am I clear with this? Am I clear with this? Right. Come on. Kindly please have this in your notes for me. Go ahead. Please have this program in your notes. Ranjan, in line number 25, I told you we can access a static method in three ways. First one is by using identifier name. That's what I'm trying to do. What is this identifier name? I mean, method two, right? I'm trying to access that method two. And second one is by using class object. Here we are creating an object. For that, we are having this reference AOBJ. And third one is by using class name, right? Great. Gangadhar, if we use method 2 directly, will it be a wrong way of practice? Not exactly, Gangadhar, but you know that it is a static variable. But remember, the code which you have written is not only accessed by you, your teammates also will access, right? So generally, when we are speaking about a static method, we'll try to access that with the help of class name. I hope you are understanding the point here. Accessing a static method with the help of object is absolutely not recommended. That is not a proper way. Yeah, you can make that with the help of identifier name, but uh, yeah, as you're saying, ease of understanding, we can make that as class name. Just with one look, we'll be able to say that, yeah, of course, that's a static method. Right. Pleasure. Please don't forget the basics. There is a reason why core Java will take more time, nearly 80 to 85 working days. Basics are very, very important. Remember, once core Java is completed, once you're coming to advanced Java or else Spring Boot, trainers will not explain you again the basics. Even if you're present in my class also, again, we will not explain basics. We'll say we already covered that concept in core. So remember that, revise. For example, in your 10th class, you'll be having trigonometry, maths. When you're discussing about trigonometry, we will not discuss about additions and subtractions, minus, I mean, arithmetical operations. We'll say we already know that, right? Exactly the same. Absolutely same. In coming classes, we'll write more complex code. When we are writing complex code, I'll not again come back and explain you when you are creating an object, a separate copy of instance variable will be getting created. No, we are not going to say that. You should remember that. That is the reason I'm saying you, please revise, revise. Online Shens, is it completed? If completed, kindly please try to message me in the chat for me. Message, please message me in the chat if completed. Is it done, guys? All right. Now, please keep your side heading as static block. Please keep your side heading as static block. Hang on. I'm sorry. My mistake. Sorry. I did not give you the point related to static method, right? You wrote only 2 points. Please note on the third point also. Please note on the third point for static method. We can access, we can access a non-static variable. We can access a non-static variable inside a static method, inside a static method, comma, but with the help of its, but with the help of its respective class object, but with the help of its respective class object dot. Okay. Now please keep a setting as static block. Please keep a setting as static block. And first, I want to show you the program. For static block, let's try to change in a different manner. I'll show you the program first. Try to understand that, and then we'll write the points. Yes? Okay. I'm going to write main method. Eyes on the board. Please, eyes on the board. System.out.println. Simply, I'm going to write main method call. Okay. Main method call. Now, I want to write a static block. Okay. How to write a static block? Simple. Static static, open braces, close braces. This is a static block. This is a static block. Eyes on the board. Right. Now, system.out.println. Simply, I'm going to write static block executd, static block executed. All right. Tell me, what is your output right now? Come on. Every Java program execution starts from, we already know that. Okay. Right click, run as Java application. Okay. This is not the output what we are expecting. Okay. We'll do one thing. Cut, paste. Now let's see. Right click, run as Java application. Wait. First static block, second static block. Eyes on the board, guys. Seriously. Let's find out. Right click, run as Java application. Okay. So what is happening here? Concept is very simple, guys. Of course, Every Java program execution starts from main method. That is for sure. If there is no static block, means in a Java program, if you are having a static block and a main method, I repeat, in a Java program, if we are having a static block and main method, first priority will be given to the static block. How many static blocks we can write inside a program? Any number of static blocks we can write inside a program, not at all a problem. Am I calling these static blocks? Am I calling? No, you cannot call. As a matter of fact, you will not be able to call. Then how static blocks will be getting executed? Static blocks will be getting executed before main method in the defined order. Defined order means top to bottom approach. First, which static block you have written, first that will be getting executed. After that, next static block. After that, next. After that, next. And then come into the main method. Let me make this simple. Static block main method. First priority will be given to the, as simple as this, static block. How many static blocks we can write in your program? Any number of static blocks we can write in your program. Can we call the static block? No, we cannot call the static blocks. Static blocks will be executed in the defined order. Defined order means, you need to tell me, defined order means top to bottom. First, which static block you have written, that particular static block will be getting executed. Am I clear with this? Online students, I want you to please respond to me in the chat. Please respond to me in the chat. Am I clear with this? All right. Come on, come on, come on. Now, tell me one more. I have a small question for you. Actually, I faced this question in one of my interview. Not right now, in fresher period. I faced this question. Question is very simple. Can we print hello world statement without using main method? Yes or no? How? Okay, let me get back to here. Tell me the code. Static static. Go ahead. Tell me. System dot out dot println HL hello WORLD hello world. Let's try to execute. Right click run as. Something is missing here. Am I getting my Java application? No, I'm not getting my Java application. Sir, why? Why we are not getting Java application? Why? Because there is no. Now tell me. Can we print a hello world statement without using main method? Yes. Yes. That is by using static block, but not right now. Before Java 1.5. Older versions of Java, older versions of Java before Java 1.5. Before, absolutely possible. That is by using static block. But after, from Java 1.5 version onwards, after Java 1.5 version onwards, it is absolutely mandatory to write main method in order to run your Java program. Of course, first priority will be given to the static block only. But if you are not writing main method, you will not be able to run our program. Am I clear with this? So if you face this question, means can we print a high level statement without using main method? Sir, we can make that happen. Yeah, we can do that, but not in the current versions of Java. Older versions of Java, to be precise, before Java 1.5, it is possible by using, come on, by using static block. But after Java 1.5 version, it is absolutely mandatory to write main method to run our Java program. Of course, even though main method is there, but the first priority will be given to the static block dot. Is that clear, guys, for everyone? Online students, I need your opinion here. Am I clear with this? Online students, please respond. Am I clear with this? All right. That is good. That is good. Okay. Now, please observe here. Please observe here. I'm going to write int x. You know what? Let me just try to make it as a static int x. Eyes on the board. Eyes on the board. Okay, static int x. Now I'm going to make this as a final. Okay, now this is a final static variable. Okay, now listen to me very clearly. Final is also a keyword, by the way. It is also a keyword. Whenever we are declaring any variable as final, I repeat, whenever we are declaring any variable as final, it is constant at compilation time. Means final variables are compile time constants. Whenever you already know this, guys. If we want to see the output for our Java program, if we want to see the output for our Java program, how many tasks we need to do? Two tasks. First one, at that time only the value should be constant. Compiler should be able to know that. Compiler should be able to know the value of a final variable at the time of compilation, not at the time of running. Before running only, you should be able to provide the value. Am I clear with this? Right now, if I'm removing this from the comment, am I getting an error? Of course, we'll be getting an error. Sir, but JVM will provide the values for the static variables. Yeah. When? When JVM will provide the value for the static variable? When? Runtime. Who is responsible for running? Tell me. JVM. Come on. See, we need to perform two tasks. First one is compilation and running. Second one is running. When you're speaking about running, who is responsible for running? JVM. So whenever running only, JVM will provide the values, default values for both instance and static variables. I believe you understand the point here. But if you're declaring a variable as final, at the time of compilation only, a value should be decided. I hope you understand the point here. That is the reason here we are getting an error. For final static variables, JVM will not be providing any default values. Whose responsibility is that? Programmer's responsibility. So I am going to initialize that variable value as 50. It is constant. We will not be able to modify. If you are trying to modify, we'll be getting an error. Why? Because final variables are compile time constant. Okay, I'll do one thing. For example, here plus x plus plus. Am I getting an error? Please check this. The final field x cannot be assigned. Means you will not be able to modify. You're trying to increment the value. No, final variables are constants. Let me just try to write like this. Final variables, final VARIAB, final variables are compile time constants. Compile time constants. Compile time constants. Online students, please respond. Am I clear with this? Online students, you need to respond to me in the chat. You need to respond to the chat. Please tell me, am I clear with this? Final variables are compile time constants. All right. That is good. Come on, respond in the chat. Online students, please respond. Wake up. Respond. Okay. Okay. That is good. That is good. All right. Now, guys, listen. For example, I don't want to. What do you mean by initialization? Assigning some value. I don't want to initialize a variable, final static variable at the time of its declaration. You know what do you mean by declaration? Declaration means creating a variable. I don't want to initialize. Okay. Then please listen to this point clearly. You can initialize you Raise your hand. Beside. Back. Yes. What do you mean by initialization? Not you. Yeah, tell me. Yes. What do you mean by initialization? I tell me, look, why you're looking at your friend? Tell me, what do you mean by initialization? What do you mean by initialization? How much fees you paid? Say loudly. Okay. What's your parents are doing? What's your father is doing? Say loudly. Truck driver. You know his pain, right? What you're doing? Concentrate. Please concentrate. Guys, I'll take you to my heart. You already know this. I'm not going to accept if you're not concentrating in my class. I feel responsibility for your parents' hard earned money. I feel responsible. Please concentrate. Yes? Yes or no? Say loudly. Right. Tell me, guys, what do you mean by initialization? Assigning some value. Okay. Now, listen to this point clearly. Whenever you are declaring a static variable as final, if point number one, at the time of the declaration only, you need to initialize the value. If you don't want to initialize the value at the time of its declaration, I repeat, if you don't want to initialize a final static variable at the time of its declaration, then we can provide value. We can initialize the value only inside a static block. Only. Only inside a static block. Anywhere else, if you are trying to provide the value, anywhere else, if you are trying to initialize, you will be getting a compile time error. For example, cut main method. Am I getting an error? You cannot do that. You cannot do that. You are having only two options. You are having only two options. What are those two options? First one, at the time of declaration. Second one, word. Only. One more time. We are having only two options. Tell me. First one, at the time of declaration. Second one, only inside a static block. Anywhere else, if you're trying to initialize, you will be getting a compile time error. Am I clear with that? For example, okay, I'm going to write here compile time error. We can't initi initialize a final static array variable here. As simple as this. Now here x equal to 50. So I'm just trying to print the value of x, and here also I'm trying to print the value of x. If I'm executing our program, of course, we will be getting our output like this. First static block, second static block, and main method. Up to now, is it clear, guys, for everyone? Online students, please respond to me in the chat. Am I clear with this? Please respond. Please respond. Is that clear? Okay, that is great. That is great. That is great. Okay. Now, for example, x equal to 100. Now tell me, if I remove this line from the comment, am I going to get any error? Respond. Last chance. Absolutely yes. Sir, but you said that, what I told. No, you said that we can initialize the stat inside the static block. This is the static block. Buddy, this is a once you have, tell me, complete my sentence. Once you have Initialize, we cannot change it. Final variables are compile time constants. Am I clear with that? For example, I'm going to keep this line in comment. I am trying to keep this in comment. Here we are not having any error. Am I clear with that? But sir, we are getting an error here. Yeah, we'll be getting an error here. Sir, why sir? Why we are getting an error? Which block will be getting executed first? First static block. Ah, okay. First static block X. What is the value of X? We did not initialize. Without initializing, you are trying to access. I hope you are understanding the point here, guys. Online students, am I clear with this? Please respond to the chat for me, guys. Please respond. Am I clear with this? Okay, that is good. That is very good. Okay, let me just try to keep it like this. And okay, all right. Now, sir, how main method got 50? Why? Already x value is 50. We are accessing x value. We can access a static variable throughout the program anywhere. No problem. You already know this. Is that clear? Now, please write all these points related to static block in your notes. Go ahead. Make sure to write all these points in notes for me. So, sir, when we need to use static blocks, if you want to initialize a static data member, or else if you want to provide values for your variables, even before main method, in that particular scenario, we need to use static block. And if there is a final static variable, and if you want to initialize a final static variable not at the time of declaration, then also we need to use static block. So that depends. That depends. So third point, we cannot call static block. Yeah, they'll be getting executed in the defined order. I already told you. Will not be able to call static blocks in the defined order, top to bottom. They will be getting executed. Syntax for static block, basically static, open braces and close braces. That's it. Okay, Abhijit, try to write like this. Write static void parenthesis and tell me what happens. Okay, tell me what happens. We'll see. Anyways, is it completed? No? Please write. Please write. No worries. Myth, I told you, Nana. I told you. Static blocks, we will not be able to call them. How many static blocks we are writing in our program? All those static blocks will be executed in the defined order, means top to bottom. First, which static block you have written, that block will be getting executed first. First static block, second static block, third static block. After that, main method. Is that clear? I'm not sure you are listening properly or not. Yeah, yes. Automatically, it will be getting executed. Great. No. No need to call them. You cannot call them. It's not like no need. It's more like you cannot. You cannot call a static block. Automatically, they will be getting executed. Okay. And one last time, guys, you know this. You know this. Of course, every Java program execution starts from, but if there is a static block, the first priority will be given to the static block. First static block will be executed. After that, main method. Okay. Can you please have this program? Measure. Just now, I told you. Just now. Just now. Please don't think like if I'm not saying your name, I'm not explaining your question. Just now. Don't expect the names from me. Expect the answers. Okay? Just now explain what you are doing. Again, you are sending me the same message. Listen, please listen, buddy. Is it raining outside? Oh, okay, fine. I want to give a small task after this, just a small program, like a homework. And by the way, yesterday I uploaded one more uh, video in YouTube. Load balancing. How load balancing works in real life. I strongly advise you to watch that video. You will be getting more clarity. I'll update that in my Instagram also. Watch that and comment your thoughts. Yeah, Amit, I'll update that in my Instagram story. Okay, wait for yours. Or else check Naresh IT YouTube channel. You will be getting that. Every week, I'll try to upload one video how real time situations will work. Done? Online students, if completed, kindly please message me in the chat. I told you I want to give you a small task, just a small question. Okay, we have already completed our operators concept. So just a small code, just a small code. Let me remove this. Void method one. Okay, this is the code. Main method class A dot method one. Please write this program in your notes and yeah, guess the output. Go ahead. Write the program in your notes right now and you can guess the output. After guessing the output, please execute this program in your Eclipse and check whether your output is right or wrong. Please take this as your homework. Completed? All right. That's it, guys. That's it for today. That's it for today. We'll be trying to continue our sessions again by Monday. Have a fantastic weekend. See you again on Monday. Online students, I guess you enjoyed our today's session. Online students, if possible, kindly please try to message me in the chat. That is great. That is great. That is great. Have a great weekend, guys. See you again on Monday. Thank you. Thank you for listening. Thank you.